You join me in the Cupra. I've done a few thousand miles now with the exhaust on, and it's had time to bed in and all that good stuff. Now, when I first got it done, I didn't really notice a huge difference. Bit of volume increase, and because of the GPF, there's no drone with this res delete really, which was good. That's a good sign. But one thing that I did notice is that there wasn't really much increase in pops, bangs, crackles, that kind of thing. Now that still is the case for normal mode. You can hear as I'm cruising along now, I'm just in normal drive mode. I've got the windows open, so do excuse the traffic noise, but you can hear that when I'm wafting along, there's not an awful lot of noise from the car. It has like a nice kind of low burble to it. Annoyingly with the GPF, in normal drive mode, it still sounds pretty lazy. Like the gear shifts, there's no real pop or DSG fart to them at all, which is frustrating because in my stock Cupra 300, the pre-GPF one, you'd get that in any driving mode, which I think really is nice, whereas this kind of like almost sounds as though it's droning between gears, like almost like it's using like an older torque converter gearbox. When you put it into sport transmission mode, it does come alive a little bit more. Let's just take this and do this in normal comfort mode, and you'll be able to hear that it is quite livable day to day. There's no drone. Nice bit of induction sound as well. If I drop it down into sport mode on the gearbox, even in comfort DCC setting, go into manual, second gear. There's no real farts or crackles. But then if I change this over to sport mode on the dynamic chassis control, which obviously changes a few things, it stays in sport gearbox mode as well. Now listen, in second gear. Makes all the difference. See, now you start to get the farts. And if I downshift, if you just apply a little dab of throttle, you'll get the pops. But the good thing about this is it's only in sport mode and Cupra mode, so if you just want to drive around normally day to day, you don't have to have that interference. So it's best of both worlds. If I just put it in automatic, first and second was still a little bit lazy there. I'm still in sport mode on the DCC. See, now you get the kind of natural sounds of the DSG farts on the upshift. But obviously sport mode on the gearbox does hang the gears a lot more. But it does sound good, and it's not overkill either. It's not like these massive bangs like you get on a proper exhaust system, or on, you know, if you was to do a res delete on a pre-GPF car. It's a nice middle ground, I think. Some nice crackles on downshift there. So again, in sport mode, for me, but still, sometimes you don't get that shift sound. For me, it's just enough. A bit like when you're doing launch control, it doesn't do the DSG farts. It really depends. It's not like you're going to get them all the time. So if you want DSG farts every time, then you're still not going to get that even in sport mode. And it's mainly at certain RPMs. 3.5k RPM, that's when you'll get all the noise. But if I now switch it back into comfort mode in the drive mode select, then you do get a little bit of drone between the gear shifts and you don't get those DSG bangs at all. But if you're just driving sensibly, if I tone it down and just drive like I'm pottering around, then you still get that kind of nice note, but it's not intrusive, and that's what I quite like about it. I would like the DSG sounds, like the gear change sounds in comfort mode as well. That would be nice, but I don't think you can really make that compromise. I mean, if you've got a proper system, but this, I mean, for you pay what, 120 quid for this bit of kit, and you know, I mean, you can't go wrong for that. It's a volume increase. It does make it sound a bit more like a more traditional Cupra if you're in sports mode or Cupra mode, and you can drive around very civilized and not annoy anyone in comfort. So there we go, guys, quick update for you on the exhaust. I've got another video previously on the channel about the installation and like what it was like when I first got it on, but now it's had a bit of a chance to bed in. I think that's made all the difference. So if you're like me, you want something that's subtle, you can enjoy it when you want it, but you don't want it to be ASBO every day, I think Res Delete is a good option for you. But I'm afraid if you want pop and bang all the time and you want DSG farts all the time, this isn't for you. You're going to need probably either a GPF delete, or if you want to be a bit more kosher, a proper full exhaust system. But this is an ideal cheap mod. It does the trick, and I'd be happy to recommend it to anyone who has the same preferences as myself. So if you do want one of these, make sure you check out which one it is that you need. A guide on that on the Progressive Parts website, which I'll link below. They haven't sponsored this video. They have sponsored me in the past, but you know, I just love dealing with them. They're really great guys, and they've always got what I need. So yeah, link is in the description below. And although the weather's getting worse, I want to kind of get the best out of the Cupra content. So if there's anything specific you want to see, let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.